guys? WWE fan Talkshow here, bringing back another massive Ringside Collectibles unboxing. So pumped every time there is a new package from Ringside Collectibles. You can go to ringsidecollectibles.com, use discount code Tanner, T-A-N-N-E-R, all caps, to save 10% at checkout. Ringside Collectibles is the #1 place to get all of your wrestling action figures. Because think about it, when you go to the store, when you go to Walmart, where you go to Target, every time I go to Walmart or Target, there's never anything on the shelves. It's just like old stuff. And when the new stuff does arrive, Ringside has already had it on their site for like 3 months. So just go through Ringside Collectibles. It's worth it. All right, we're going to reveal what's in this box in 3, 2, 1. I did do a preview on Instagram, so you guys should probably know what's in here. But we have the first thing. This is the D-Generation X Triple H in the first time in the line, Chyna. So epic. We have the old-fashioned Triple H with his robe, and we got some extra hands. We get the first ever Chyna, and she's massive compared to the regular women's action figures. We also get the WWF Championship and the European Championship. Very cool. I'm not sure if this is a Ringside exclusive. I don't think it is, but I think this is the only place you can get it. It might be Ringside. I'm not sure. You're going to have to check, but I'm not quite sure. But if you are going to get it from Ringside Collectibles. There is that right there. And then we have, I believe we have 4 Elites and 2 Ultimate Edition. We'll start with the Elites. We have the Top Picks 2020 line Ricochet. I've been very interested to see this in person because the coloring looked different on camera to me than it does in person. It looks more of like a gray in person with the white boots. I'm, of course, going to put the knee pads on there and all that, but still very cool Ricochet. I believe this is the 3rd Ricochet we are getting, because we got the gold one, then we got the Target exclusive yellow one, and now we have the one with the gray and the white. Next up, we have a re-release figure, but I don't give a damn because I love Roman Reigns. So, yeah, there's the Roman Reigns. This is from Elite Series 68 from last year's SummerSlam wave. But I'm happy to get another Roman Reigns in my collection. I'm not sure. Is the last Roman Reigns we got Elite 68? We need to get an updated Roman Reigns. But this is when he beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. He comes with some extra hands, Superman Punch hand. We get his blue and white vest, which I think is probably like my all-time favorite Roman Reigns vest. But very cool. We're going to check that out. Next up, we have the X-Men gear Seth Rollins when he teamed up with his fiance or wife. I don't know what they are right now. Becky Lynch. So very cool. And a lot of people, I'm going to get into this, but the vest, there's a lot of people complaining about it. I'm going to get into details later in the video, so if you want to hear about it, watch till the end, guys. So there's the Seth Rollins. And then we have another figure. This is somewhat of a re-release. It pretty much just came out. So if you didn't want to get the Elite 77, I believe it was Elite 76 Braun Strowman. There's the Braun Strowman. But the cool thing about this one is while the head sculpt isn't the newer head sculpt, it comes with a t-shirt tank top instead, and it comes with the hands as well. So we're going to get this cracked open. I am so freaking pumped for this Braun Strowman. And then I almost forgot about these. We have the newest Ultimate Edition series, John Cena. I had no idea these were even coming in stock yet. So make sure to go pick them up at Ringside Collectibles. He comes with the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect shirt, the You Can't See Me hands, open hands, 3 head sculpts, a hat, the Spinner WWE Championship, and this figure is just so freaking cool. And then, I think this is very convenient. We have the Becky Lynch. I guess this is X-Men gear as well. I'm not sure because that's the yellow and the black. But we have the Becky Lynch from WrestleMania 35. Yeah, I believe it was WrestleMania 35 when she won both belts. Very cool. Something I wish they would have done is instead of releasing the men's titles, because they always give the women's figures the 2 big titles because then it looks massive around them. Where on the back, it looked like the belts were going to be newer, but we'll talk about that later in the video. So, if you want to see all these figures unboxed, stay tuned till the very end of the video, and you get to see all of them unboxed. So, we're going to do this, guys. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to get these cracked open in 3, 2, 1. Boom, guys. We have the Ultimate Edition Becky Lynch in her WrestleMania 35 year, where she became the first ever double champion and is the only women's double champion. First ever women's double champion. And then we have John Cena. This is the gear he wore, I believe, when he returned at the Royal Rumble, and I believe he did win it. I don't know if he actually ever had the WWE Championship with this gear. I think he went on to face, was it Randy Orton at Mania or something like that? And I don't think he won. But yeah, there's the John Cena. Very cool. The cool thing about this John Cena, he has the hat, baseball cap. It says, Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, Classic John Cena. Comes with the WWE Championship spinner. One of my favorite title designs. Comes with his dog tags. Comes with his Hustle, Loyalty, Respect t-shirt with the chain link fence around it. And then he also has his body. And it has the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect underwear coming up. He has the longer jorts. He has his brand new shoe sculpt. And I do like the sculpt. I think it looks nice. But I found it nearly impossible to stand him up. So if you have that problem, leave it in the comments down below. We also have removable wristbands. So this is very unique because we don't usually get this with John Cena figures. So let's get his hand off. So if you don't want John Cena with his wristbands on, you can say screw it and take him off. But yeah, there he is with his wristbands on. And then he also has this armband right there. And I think this armband is made with a better material because sometimes the armband kind of splits off if it gets too roughed up. So yeah, very cool John Cena. I like that a lot. Might be one of the best looking John Cena elites yet. Or not elite, ultimate. This is the only ultimate John Cena, but you know, same category I guess as the elite because they're, I don't know, it's not elite, whatever. Anyways, here we have the Becky Lynch. This is a very cool Becky Lynch. She comes with both the Raw and Women's SmackDown, or they're both Raw Women's Championship and SmackDown Women's Championship. My only gripe with this figure is not the figure itself, it's these. I really wish Mattel would give us to scale championships. Like, these are too big for the women. Like, look at this around Becky Lynch's waist. Like, that just looks like freaking massive. To me, it looks like just massive compared to like the actual women's title. So I wish they would fix that. But here we have the Becky Lynch head sculpt. Very cool. Her hair was very odd that night because it was the main event of WrestleMania and she was all pizzazzed up or whatever you want to say. So yeah, there's the first head sculpt. And then we have the second head sculpt. We'll put that on when we take her jacket thing off. But the jacket is removable. Take both arms off. Then we get the jacket, it says the man on the back. And then we get the arms, snapping them in. And then we get the messed up freaking head sculpt after she went through hell and back trying to beat Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in the main event of WrestleMania. To be honest, as much as a cool moment as this was for Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, I did not really care too much for that main event. I just felt like the match like lacked something, and I felt like they botched a lot, but especially with the ending. But in the end, it was a great ending because Becky Lynch came out on top. But yeah, we do have double knees right there, double jointed articulation, or whatever you want to call it, double hinge or whatever. I don't even know. But the knee pad kind of hinders it, but that's all good. Coming down, we have her boots that she wore that night. I think it's cool that they did that. We do get ankle pivot on the women's figure. We have toe articulation, all that good stuff. We also get double jointed elbows right there. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know what is up with me today, but yeah. And then just very cool Becky Lynch. There's the Becky Lynch. Overall, probably my favorite Ultimate Edition series set yet, next to the Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels. But yeah, let's get to the next set. Alrighty guys, we're going to get the Chyna and the Triple H out of the package in 3, 2, 1. Whoosh, guys, there is the first ever Chyna and the Triple H right here. I believe I got this right. I believe around this time period, I think Triple H was European champion. I think Shawn Michaels WWF champion, and she would hold his belt for him. Could be wrong. I was wondering why they were going to put this belt in this if Shawn Michaels wasn't in here, but I guess it makes sense since she held it. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's get the title out of the way. Here's the first Chyna. I'm sure this is the figure everybody's getting, or the reason why everybody's getting this set is because of this figure. I remember seeing this at Ringside Fest last year, just being amazed with the sculpt and everything about this figure, and she's just jacked. Like, this is way bigger than like a usual women's figure, and that's just because Chyna was just buff. She was huge. she could take on dudes. Like I think she won the Intercontinental title. She's the first ever woman to do that. I believe she beat Jeff Jarrett. But there's a lot of cool detail in here. We get the silver on the belt. We get the straps on the boots. We get the holes on the tights. You get the halter top thing right here. You get the necklace with the spikes. I think that's a dirty reference or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. And then you have her head sculpt right there with the bangs. There's the hair, all shiny and stuff. And I mean, just look how jacked her biceps are. Like, I would be scared to wrestle Chyna. Freaking like She-Hulk or something. Or just the Hulk. So, there's Chyna with the WWF Championship, even though she was never WWE Champion. I believe she just held it for Shawn Michaels. But here's the Triple H. I think this figure is so freaking cool. I've never had an old school Triple H like this old school, but it does come with the European Championship. This is my first time having the European Championship, believe it or not. I think this is one of the rare titles that it's really hard to find this title nowadays, but it comes with this pack. So if you don't have it and you want the title, get this pack. So here we have the Triple H. He comes with his robe, and even though it's cloth, it still has all that nice detail in there. Even has the rolled up sleeves. And then you open it up with the Velcro, take the freaking thing off, and then here we have jacked, not so much jacked as he is, but still jacked Triple H with his belt. You have his freaking shredded thighs. You get the inner blue right there. It's like a navy blue. You get his knee pads. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, whatever you want to say. Triple H, I'm not sure. We have the boots. This guy's freaking jacked. Very nice. I'm glad they went with this torso because Triple H was not as jacked in these days as he is now. But there's Triple H right there. European champion. I really wish they would bring back like the European Championship. That would be kind of cool. So there is Triple H and Chyna. Alrighty guys, starting with the top picks line, we have Ricochet. We have Roman Reigns. We have Seth motherfucking Rollins. And we have Braun Strowman. So we're going to get these all cracked open in 3, 2, 1. Boosh, guys. There is the Top Picks 2020 series. We have the Ricochet with the nice tights right there with the white boots. Only thing is missing is knee pads, but they still give us that logo right there. We have the side of the tights. We have his drawstring stuff with his belt. We get the classic Ricochet entrance gear, which is also very nice. I hate that he doesn't wear tights anymore. He wears like these little short things, and it doesn't look as good. He wears kick pads. Not as good. But yeah, there is the Ricochet butt. 1988. I'm assuming that's when he was born. So there's Ricochet. And then we have Roman Reigns. Can't wait for him to come back. But yeah, I already did a review on this, like, what was it, like last year? But yeah, it comes with the Universal Championship, the red one. Comes with the entrance vest, very nice. And I just think that this figure is awesome. I don't mind that they re-released it just because it's probably his best Elite figure. And if you didn't get a chance to pick this one up, you can now. And I definitely recommend picking up this Roman Reigns. And then next up we have Seth Rollins. And I said I was going to talk about this, so if you're still watching from the beginning, congratulations, you're going to hear about what I'm about to say. So, a lot of people are complaining and moaning that there's no X on the front of the chest and blah, blah, blah. Mattel failed again, blah, blah, blah. But fact of the matter is that they can't have the X there due to copyright issues. That's Marvel's logo. It's X-Men, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he could wear it on TV, but they can't make it into a product that they're going to sell just because that would be Marvel's thing. I mean, Hasbro makes Marvel Legends, so if they make a Wolverine and Mattel's making a Seth Rollins and Wolverine gear, then that won't make sense. So there's the Seth Rollins. I don't mind that the X isn't up there. I still think it looks very rad and just sick. I'm glad that we're even getting the entrance vest. We still get the back logos and everything. They did not do anything inaccurate in this figure. It's all accurate. And you got the yellow on the sides. This is probably one of my favorite Seth Rollins gears in all black and everything. I just think it's very nice, very cool. And then it has the SR right there by the belt. Very sick. And we get the classic torso and everything as well. But this is the brand new Seth Rollins head sculpt that came on the Reset Elite with the Chicago Bears Royal Rumble gear. So, very cool Seth Rollins. I love the X-Men gear, and I'm glad we got it. Next up, we have Braun Strowman. This one's very interesting. I know it's the same exact one as the most recent Braun Strowman, but it looks kind of different with this head sculpt. Like, first of all, we get the t-shirt and everything. That's very awesome. But if you take the t-shirt off, I just feel like he looks a lot more bulky than the last Elite. I don't know if the arms just come out further or something. Maybe the hands are bigger. I'm not freaking sure. But we do get that other head sculpt. This is the Screaming head sculpt. I think this figure needs to come on the heel Braun Strowman figures, like when he's a heel, because that just looks more like it. And then we get the non-shaved sides of his head, and I think that's very freaking cool that Mattel did that, and I don't think a lot of people are going to point that out. Usually we get the Braun Strowman where it's shaved on the sides, but sometimes, rarely, he lets it grow a little bit on the sides, and then it looks like that. And I think that's very cool that we're getting that for this Braun Strowman. So, props to Mattel. And we're also getting the freaking cloth t-shirt. And that's like the main reason why I wanted this Braun, was to get that cloth t-shirt. Finally put it on him, because he doesn't wear a singlet anymore. He just wears his merch. So that says get these hands. So Mattel, blast out that new Braun Strowman t-shirt with the train and all that. It'll probably take a year, but whatever. There's the Braun Strowman with the rest of the figures. So now we're going to get all the figures up here, and then we're going to end the video. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching the massive Ringside Collectibles unboxing. If you want to pick up all these figures, you can get them at Ringside Collectibles using discount code Tanner, T-A-N-N, ERA, all caps, save 10% at checkout. 10% is better than nothing. It's very cool. You're going to save yourself some money. But again, we have the Ricochet. I believe this is the gear that he wore when he won the NXT North American title. We have the John Cena returning at the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. We have the Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. I decided to give him the Universal title because when they did fight together and they matched, he had the Universal and she had the Raw Women's Championship. So, very cool. We have the Braun Strowman with the t-shirt. We have the Triple H. And we have the Chyna. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.